Sofyan Amrabat is a professional footballer who plays as a defensive midfielder for Premier League club Manchester United, on loan from Serie A club Fiorentina. Born in the Netherlands, he plays for the Morocco national team. In this video, I will provide a tactical analysis of Amrabat's strengths, weaknesses, and style of play. I will also discuss how he can fit into Manchester United's system and what he can offer to the team in the 2023-24 season. Amrabat is a versatile player who can play as a central midfielder or a left-back 23. He's a player who can read the game well, use the ball effectively, have a high passing accuracy, and be fast and agile. He is also a player who can make effective interventions in defense, win the ball back, and press the opponent. To better understand Amrabat's playing style and strengths, let's look at some of his key statistics from the 2022-23 season when he played for Fiorentina in Serie A. He made 34 appearances in Serie A, scoring 1 goal and providing 4 assists. He also played 6 games in the Coppa Italia, scoring 1 goal and providing 1 assist. He averaged 58.8 passes per game, with an accuracy of 88.4%. He also averaged 1.5 key passes per game, creating 51 chances in total. He averaged 2.9 tackles per game, winning 55.6% of them. He also averaged 1.7 interceptions per game, making 58 in total. He averaged 2.1 dribbles per game, completing 72.7% of them. He also averaged 1.4 fouls per game, drawing 38 in total. He averaged 0.9 shots per game, with an accuracy of 33.3%. He also averaged 0.8 crosses per game, with an accuracy of 25%. These statistics show that Amrabat is a player who can contribute to both the defensive and offensive phases of the game. He is a player who can dictate the tempo of the game with his passing, create chances for his teammates with his vision and creativity, and disrupt the opponent's attacks with his tackling and interceptions. To better illustrate Amrabat's abilities on the pitch, let's look at some examples from his games for Fiorentina. Example 1. Passing. In this example, we can see how Amrabat can use his passing to break the lines and create a scoring opportunity for his team. He receives the ball from his center-back in his own half and quickly turns to face the opponent's goal. He spots the run of his striker behind the opponent's defense and plays a perfectly weighted through ball that splits the defense and puts his striker in a one-on-one situation with the goalkeeper. Example 2. Dribbling. In this example, we can see how Amrabat can use his dribbling to beat his marker and create space for himself and his teammates. He receives the ball from his left back on the left flank and faces up against his opponent's right back. He uses his speed and agility to dribble past him and cut inside towards the penalty area. He then draws another defender towards him and lays off the ball to his teammate who has an open shot at goal. Example 3. Tackling. In this example, we can see how Amrabat can use his tackling to win the ball back and start a counter-attack for his team. He tracks back to help his defense as they are under pressure from the opponent's attack. He anticipates the pass from the opponent's midfielder to their striker and slides in to intercept it with a clean tackle. He then gets up quickly and plays a long ball to his winger who has space to run into. These examples show that Amrabat is a player who can perform various actions on the pitch that can benefit his team in different situations. He's a player who can adapt to different roles and systems depending on what his manager asks him to do. Now that we have analyzed Amrabat's playing style and strengths, let's look at some of his weaknesses and areas that he can improve on. Weaknesses. One of Amrabat's weaknesses is his shooting ability. As we saw from his statistics, he does not take many shots per game and his accuracy is not very high. He often prefers to pass the ball rather than shoot, even when he has a good opportunity to score. He also does not score many goals from outside the box, as he does not have a powerful or accurate shot. Another weakness of Amrabat is his positional awareness. Sometimes he can lose his position and leave gaps in the midfield that can be exploited by the opponent. He can also drift too wide or too forward and leave his defensive duties to his teammates. He needs to improve his discipline and concentration and stay in his assigned role. A third weakness of Amrabat is his physical strength. Although he is tall and fast, he is not very strong or robust. He can sometimes be outmuscled or pushed off the ball by stronger opponents. He can also struggle to cope with the physicality and intensity of some leagues, such as the Premier League. These weaknesses show that Amrabat is not a perfect player and that he still has room for improvement. He needs to work on his shooting, positioning, and strength to become a more complete and consistent player. Manchester United. Now that we have analyzed Amrabat's playing style, strengths, and weaknesses, let's discuss how he can fit into Manchester United's system and what he can offer to the team in the 2023-24 season. Manchester United are managed by Erik ten Hag, who joined the club in the summer of 2023 after leading Ajax to 4 consecutive Eredivisie titles and 2 Champions League semi-finals. Ten Hag is known for his attacking and possession-based football, which relies on high pressing, quick transitions, and fluid movements. Ten Hag usually employs a 4-2-3-1 formation with 2 holding midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 striker. The holding midfielders are responsible for protecting the defense, recycling the ball, and supporting the attack. The attacking midfielders are expected to create chances, score goals, and press the opponent. The striker is the focal point of the attack, who can hold up the ball, link up with the midfielders, and finish off chances. Amrabat can play as either one of the holding midfielders or as a left back in Ten Hag's system. As a holding midfielder, he can partner with either Paul Pogba or Casemiro, who are both more creative and adventurous than him. Amrabat can provide balance and stability to the midfield, as he can cover for his partner's forward runs, win the ball back, and distribute it to the attackers. He can also join the attack when needed, as he can make runs into the box or shoot from distance. As a left back, Amrabat can replace Luke Shaw or Alex Telles, who are both more offensive and crossing-oriented than him. Amrabat can provide more defensive solidity and width to the left flank, as he can track back, tackle, and intercept. He can also support the attack when needed, as he can dribble past his marker, cut inside, or pass to his teammates. Amrabat can offer a lot to Manchester United in terms of his versatility, work rate, and quality. He's a player who can adapt to different roles and systems depending on what Ten Hag asks him to do. He's a player who can contribute to both the defensive and offensive phases of the game. He's a player who can improve Manchester United's midfield and defense. Conclusion. This video has provided a tactical analysis of Sofyan Amrabat's playing style, strengths, weaknesses, and potential role at Manchester United. Amrabat is a versatile defensive midfielder who can also play as a left back. He's a player who can read the game well, use the ball effectively, have a high passing accuracy, be fast and agile, make effective interventions in defense, win the ball back, and press the opponent. He is also a player who needs to improve on his shooting ability, positional awareness, and physical strength. He's a player who can fit into Erik ten Hag's system and offer a lot to Manchester United in terms of his versatility, work rate, and quality. This video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share your thoughts on Amrabat in the comments section below. See you in the next video. Goodbye.